What's up there in YouTube Guitar Land? Music Man Aaron coming at you with part 3 of my lengthy installment on James Taylor's Carolina in My Mind. But it is a great song and worthy of the time, and hopefully been helpful to those of you who are learning to play it. I believe we left off part 2, and we had gotten to the chorus. Seems like it took 2 parts to get to the chorus, but that just goes to say a lot about James Taylor's music and how complex it is. So I'll just kind of play that little sequence right before the chorus. Before I get ahead of myself, I'll stop right there. But so the chorus basically starts with that D in my mind to a G, E minor 7, and then A, and then you're gonna have that hammer on of that A, which is super common in all of James Taylor's, kind of at the heart of a lot of his little embellishments. So again, in my mind to Carolina. Kind of stick on it for a second. Then to a G, back to an A, E minor 7, back to an A. So we're basically stealing right from the verse. That's the same sequence of chords. That G to the A, then the E minor 7 to the A. And at that point, we're also going to steal from part 2, where you do that little walk down with the ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind, gone to Carolina. So we're basically up to that part. We got through the chorus, and we're going to get to that kind of quiet part, and where you're basically going to get to the verse. But again, I'm trying to remember what the words are. Dark and silent, late last night, I think I might have heard the highway. So we're going to get to that part. So it depends on how you're playing this. If you're playing it by yourself, it'd be kind of cool to kind of do like on the album and cut away a little bit and let those chords breathe. It's the same sequence of chords that was played in verse 1, but you're going to be accentuating the bass notes. So it'd be like dark and silent to that C, and then you'll hear there's this kind of like walk down of notes, and I'll kind of show you what that is. It starts with that G, and you're going to hear that dark and silent late last night, I think I might. And then it takes you into that B minor. And that little sequence, technically you could just play the dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard the highway calling, the G to the A, and then into the B minor. But instead we're going to do that little walk down of notes. And that sequence again is D, C, and then it starts with that G note, which is the 3rd fret, of course relative to the capo, 3rd fret, low E, then the open A string 2nd fret, then back to that low E 3rd fret, so that's, and then another sequence of notes that starts with that open low A, excuse me, open A, 1st fret A, 4th fret A, excuse me, 1st fret, so 4th fret, and then back open again. So again, real quick, those notes are dun, 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 dun. Then it leads you right into that B. So dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard the highway call. Geese and flying, dogs are dying. Back to A, G, signs that might be omens. And again, this is the same stuff from the in the verse. Signs that might be but instead of doing that little signature little riff, we're gonna go to the next part of the song, and that riff will be something kind of more along these lines. It'll be like a I don't know exactly what's going on. It's definitely different than the but it basically follows that slowed down part, that dark and silent and late and all that stuff. So let's start from there. Something along that line. We'll go. From there, you're going to go to a G to an A to a B minor. And I'm trying to think of the words of this part. The holy host of others somewhere around me. Still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on, like this forever. You must forgive. And then we're going to if I'm gone to Carolina, here's my mind. So that sequence basically was following the little whatever that little hook he does there. It goes to a G, to an A, and then to a B minor, and then you can kind of hammer on that note of the B minor, that B string, third fret. So you have and then play that high E underneath it. So, then you go to a F sharp minor 7. So I'm just fretting that second fret, and then fretting the A string for the fourth fret. To an E minor. Still I'm on an E minor, and then back to a G, and then to an A. So again, that's talking whatever. Still I'm on the dark side of the G, A. And then from there it goes to, and it seems like, and that's with the C chord. Seems like it goes on like, seems like it goes back to a G, to a D. So it seems like it goes on like this forever. C, G, D. And then there's that nice quiet, you must forgive me. So that's a C. And then a G slash D, where you, I think that's the chord name, but it's fretting the A string second fret, and then also the B string third fret. Very common chord. So C to that G slash B, and then you can kind of keep that finger down because the next chord is like a kind of an E minor. You can just pluck out the high E and low E with it, and then into in some kind of A. Just get that open A, and then it doesn't really matter what else, because as long as you're fretting, I guess you keep that third fret B string kind of down that whole time. So that was, it seems like it goes on like this forever. If I'm gone to Carolina, in my mind I fall. think that's really it with it. There is definitely a little bit more at the end that I didn't get to. Um, because I know at the end he kind of just starts cycling through that "Gone to Carolina" and it's just a repeating sequence. Um, I guess I'll have to put up a part four. I know that seems ridiculous that this is taking so many parts, but I hope it is helpful. I'm trying to break it down as slowly as possible, and really give the song the due right that it deserves because it's a fucking awesome song. Um, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them. And like I said, I guess I'll try to get to a part four. That'll just be basically just the closing and that little sequence. Again, I hope this helps. Have any questions, feel free to post. Hopefully you can see the Bills in the background. Go Buffalo! And more James Taylor to come at you from the Music Man, RN.